time to set sail.
Awesome.
Alright. Season 18 is finally here. Turn to the Devil's Roar. I mean, we did a little bit of that, but, like, really doing that could be fun. Let me just make sure I'm actually live. You know how I get about these things. And, yep, okay. Hello and welcome to SunnyRedemption Sailing, normally your bi-weekly voyage for BSB Gaming News. But, well, we'll get to the generative AI controversy that's been sweeping the internet all first. So Avatar today. How was that?
Yeah, it was fantastic. I mean, it's pretty much what I was expecting because, you know, the Part 2 Way of Water, which came out 3 years ago, and this were pretty much filmed back to back and kind of meant as one big film in a way. And that's definitely true. Like, when I saw Way of Water, I was very impressed by it because it was a huge step up from the first Avatar in just visuals and storytelling. And this isn't really a step up from that. It's just kind of more of the same, but I'm very happy with that. Like, 'cause Way of Water really blew me away, and this Fire and Ash it stayed at the same bar of quality in pretty much every way. The only thing is, like, it being the second part of a story of, you know, whatever larger Avatar story James Cameron wants to tell before he dies, it being the second part of that did sort of, like, a lot of the action scenes, while cool, especially because, you know, I went in IMAX 3D, which is how you kind of have to see those movies, honestly. I'm not usually a snob. Yeah, I'm not usually a snob about that, but, like, it's like, hey, watch it how you want. But it took some convincing, but my friends were very happy that I was adamant about the 3D IMAX aspect because they wanted to just go to a normal 2D showing. Yeah, so, like, Way of Water was just a huge step up because the first Avatar I saw in theaters and was pretty ambivalent about it. I was like, oh, well, the visuals were really cool, but I didn't care to ever watch it again. I was like, and then they went 13 years without making a movie, and I, you know, kind of just erased it from my memory. And then when Way of Water was coming out, I rewatched the first Avatar before Way of Water just because it had been so long, and I still felt like, this is visually cool. The visuals aged very well in the interim, but the story was not amazing. And then Way of Water, when that came out, that was what I was most impressed by. Was like, oh, they
F1, the movie, is the reason to try out Apple TV Plus.
I don't know about this, but I have actually been using Apple TV the past couple months. Because I really wanted to watch Pluribus.
I haven't seen that yet.
Show.
It's good? I'm so glad.
Yes.
I also really like the Reluctant I watched recently on there.
Well, the other thing I watched was Severance.
I haven't seen that either.
Both seasons of that.
Okay. Palm Royale we're really into. It's a 70s socialite sort of thing, so I'm not sure how that'll appeal to you. But Prehistoric Planet, fantastic. Probably about the best quality nature documentary you can get on stream. Want to learn about the history of the unification of Hawaii, which I thought was very interesting. It's very good so far, but on the other hand, oh damn it! I'll check for damage. But on the other hand, it's not a very listenable show, which, you know, poses problems sometimes. But let me. Oh yeah, you already did that. Never mind. Okay, so what are we doing on this island?
These are all skeleton captains we're going to be
There's
fighting.
a lot of blurry motion textures for some reason, and screen
tearing. Park the boat a little.
You know what? It's
better.
playable. That's fine. And they have an interest in pushing AI. That doesn't mean that the studio has to use it, but I imagine that, well, I mean, that other studios have to use it, but I imagine that studios power and massive pool of cash to buy their way into the market. That's not necessarily illegal. It's a well-made advantage for yourself. And, well, the AI discusses other sources of AI. Because they said, oh, we use it a little, but not much in an interview. And returned to my ship, but it sent us to port. So at least we have a port side thing, and we could just do the supplies thing again. It didn't really change too much.
Yeah, and we should check for Reaper images as portals.
Is we can do necessary. So a distinction to be made too between generative and assistive. If it's the placeholder textures,
if it's just a way to do stuff for last in the final game. So I think that's just unfortunately like.
I'll use mine.
Okay, that works.
So sounds good. And wait, did I do the supply? I thought yeah, I'll do it again. Awesome. Well, that's my fault. I'll take the L on that one. But anyway, it's just like they really need to clarify these things. They really need to be upfront, so that people can make their own decision.
Yeah, for stuff in there that we fully intended to take out. I still don't love that, but I think that's more to me than.
The problem with using AI for concepts is that you then have to make the prompts.
Yeah, but with AI coming out now and saying, "Hey, we're just starting to use AI," and with all the baggage that comes with it now, PSS and PSSR, it's like I don't really waste what other people want to do. So it's like
they just cannot do both. The thing is that the only war is class war. And the divinity, and I was like, whoa! Because for years, they have two AIs. One is the aliens AI. So, all of the AI companies decided that basically adjusting people's racism has balls on that. If the Trump administration gave a shit about that, which they don't, because they arrested a guy who posted the conditions of the legislature.
Like, yeah, sure, the whole ethical consumption or capitalism thing, like that. That's not untrue, but everyone's going to have their little hypocrisies in order to survive. Like
everybody needs video games at some point.
You're never going to fully eliminate that. Yeah.
Was it probably a good use of money or time, etc., to buy as many orders as I did? No, but the world is incredibly stressful right now. I have been feeling.
They're constantly giving J.K. Rowling money, and I hate that. Theme parks. I'm going to go check out the new theme park, and I won't buy the fancy wands, and I'll minimize what I could do with the Harry Potter stuff. Oh, okay. So that was in Volt Forge, the area where you build the bike. Okay. That's lightning.
I am so unbelievably frustrated that I was only able to salvage 8 minutes or so of semi-usable audio from a 3-hour stream about AI, because we really got into a lot of depth about the impact of LLMs on gaming, as well as more basic things related to AI, like decision trees and directors from Left 4 Dead 2 and Alien Isolation. And, ultimately, I think we landed on that we're not going to judge other people for buying games that have AI in them after, maybe they politely decline to hear us out after we explain the dangers and exploitation inherent in AI, at least as implemented at present. The thing is that it's frustrating to keep checking games to make sure they're not AI at all, that there is no AI in them, and media in general to filter through that. But I think that ultimately the market will decide that human-made games are the best option. I think that this AI black hole of money will pop in 2026, taking down the rest of the economy with it, unless the Trump administration bails out the tech billionaires who gambled with all of our money on a pipe dream of inventing God in the form of AGI. And so, the best thing you could do is to support other humans, because I think ultimately, I still had fun playing a human-made game, Sea of Thieves, with one of the best human beings I know, Kevin, who works really hard at a hospital, is only available every now and again, and it has a changing schedule, but who has been a steady and consistent crew member in our guild, SunnyRedemption Sailing, and has helped keep my perspective open on a lot of things. So I really hope that whatever you managed to understand of what we said, you can still support us in future episodes, including potentially one about Sony's new AI surveillance system that they have patented, which that news dropped like today, right after the stream happened. Next time, I'm definitely doing either Sea of Thieves routed through my console with a capture card and recorded on PC, or just streamed over the cloud, because I am beyond done with Game Pass as well, and it will expire on May 19th in solidarity with Palestinians. And I will be no longer buying any digital games on the Microsoft Store until they explain themselves when it comes to Gaza. I have a gigantic backlog on Xbox. I have a couple of disc games that I have pre-ordered. 007 First Light and Resident Evil Requiem. And then I also have backlogs on Switch 2 and Steam with this mini PC, as well as old PC games that I hope to get running soon. So I don't really see the point in buying new games right now. Anyway. And I think that's the only way that any company that's experimenting with AI is going to change its behavior. If you do not give them money. Period. And the line will be different for every person. So please, again, do not use this as an opportunity to snipe at each other. Either by saying, oh, you're such a this and that for buying a game with AI in it. Or by saying, well, you use a phone, therefore your argument is invalid. You know what I mean? I, for my part, am just going to be cutting down on any extraneous spending in general. And so, yeah, I really hope that eventually I can get support for this channel, but I'm trying my best to find a real job in the meantime. While Consumer Financial Protection Bureau's firings are still blocked through the end of February, but our funding is still in jeopardy because Russell Voigt is a sociopathic snake who hates federal employees for some unclear reason. Probably just because he's a Christo-fascist motherfucker. Anyway, if you like all of this, then please subscribe to the channel. I have been exhausted this year doing this as my second job because I have denounced the Baha'i faith for covering up Justin Baldoni's sexual harassment and doing absolutely nothing to help Gaza while benefiting from its relationship with Israel. I have made a gift video for my sister and her husband for their wedding. I streamed for 5 hours against the occupation of DC, so go check that out too. I've given 4 tours of museums, all of which I've done by hand. Zero AI at all, apart from audio to text transcriptions, but that technology has been around forever. And done now 46 episodes of SunnyRedemption Sailing. I can't believe it. We're almost to 50. That'll be next year, and with Season 3, where I feel like this will be the crucible for Xbox, as well as PlayStation. Because people are tired of paying more money for less product. For less games, for less exclusives, for less everything. So, eventually, I think that these arrogant console companies are going to collapse under their own weight. And the console market will be changed dramatically. Maybe the next Playground will be the next box to sell 100 million units. Just kidding. But yeah, all of this I've done by myself. All of the filming, all of the streaming, all of the thumbnailing, all of the chaptering, all of the scripting, which is why a couple of scripts are only going to be uploaded tomorrow for the November election results and the Baha'i faith in Israel, because I got overwhelmed by my job, by, having to support my fiance and son in Eswatini, Africa, by this, by this grind set that I have, which I feel is somewhat unhealthy at times. But I'm trying to balance that with that anxiety of, like, number must go up, with an understanding that I do not want my labor to feel too alienated. And updates on what I really want to do, which is write a steampunk fantasy novel. So stay tuned for all of that. And thank you for your patience and understanding. It's important to understand when it comes to failures like this that we learn from them. And that's what being human is. AI cannot fail because it doesn't understand intention or drive or passion or anything like that. It's just a stochastic parrot copying what we say and convincing us of the illusion. So, again, please support a real human small YouTuber. Thank you so much. And one last thing. I'll be showing you clips of my failed runs in Donkey Kong Bonanza Emerald Rush until I finally won at level 7 difficulty on Hilltop Layer without any bonanzas, which was a very stupid self-imposed challenge that I gave myself, but one that felt incredible to finally overcome almost right after the stream. So life is a balance of failure and success, and we just have to keep pushing. That's the thing, is we have to keep pushing for a better world, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how hopeless it feels sometimes. Because if you lose hope, then it's over. And I have hope that I'll be able to have my family in the United States, and that I'll have a good career, whether that's streaming or in a nonprofit or a writer. Somehow I will be okay. Now I'll quit yapping and let you enjoy.
Maybe we took it a little too easy. we go there? Yeah, we should do it! Should we go there? Heads up! go there? Should we go there?